We've got basketball action at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The home of the Cavaliers, live on 2K Sports. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Teague in at the point. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime. Should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt, Eldridge, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time. Oh, down there, man. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The steal. Hawks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. A baseline J pulled the shot. A little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, they needed that one finally. That's just 1 of 5 now overall.
Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. 4-point game. He feeds it to Waiters. Back to James. And they double up James. And so here's Cleveland. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Teague for 3. The shot is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. The drive by James. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. James has got 8 points.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack. You know, there were a lot of people, me included, thinking that Cleveland would take a step forward and be a team that could make moves in the East and perhaps get to the playoffs, but injuries and inner turmoil really kept that team from being playoff bound.
That's good.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Hawks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Teague dishes to Millsap. From half court, Varejao grabs the board. Varejao's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Cleveland ended 10th in the Eastern Conference last year. They got close, but they couldn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, there would be a lot of shocked analysts if they didn't finish near the top of the East this season. All it takes is one good summer, and your team can jump to the top of the East.
Love draws the double. Kicks it to LeBron. Soft touch off the glass. James has got 12 points in the game.
I couldn't have dreamt of a better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
The Hawks trail by 12. Carroll. It's offline from half court. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's already got 12 points and 1 assist. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's hard to find words to describe it.
2 shots.
Well, last year LeBron mentioned that he was jealous of Durant's shot totals. Just an offhanded remark by him, but it did open up some speculation by what he meant.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
Well, they've got to find a way to change that.
Here's Horford. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And you know that remark by LeBron, people weren't sure if that was a backhanded jab at KD or if he was just pointing out how he is able to score without having to be a bulk shooter.
Well, one thing is for sure, I'm not exactly sure of what his comments, how you should interpret them, but LeBron was very aware of what Durant was doing last year, and he even admitted to having KD stats sent to his phone after every game, so he was keeping track of it. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Now here's Millsap. Horford with it. Carroll kicks to Horford. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
If I'm him, I'm looking to move the ball the rest of the quarter because he cannot buy a shot.
James with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Teague. Can't get the heave to fall.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Miller's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Waiters. Knocks it loose. Cephalosha with the steal. Here's Scott. The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 15-4 run. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Irving drives in. Banked in off the glass.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Dellavedova. Marion passes to Thompson. 8 feet away. Poked away. Cephalosha with the steal. Here's Hontic. Can't get the heave to fall. And here are the Cavaliers now. And it's Miller penetrating. Here's Thompson. Out to Miller. Fades away. Rebound Atlanta. 16 seconds left in the first. And it's Schroeder missing.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And it's blocked by Scott. The full court prayer. The shot no good. And as the first quarter. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And Steve and Clark, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding totals.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
throws it from deep. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Mike Miller. Then there's Marion. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Yes, Kevin, LeBron James joining a younger team with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He said, "We're not ready right now. It will be a long process. My goal is still to win as many titles as possible, but what's most important for me is bringing one trophy back to Northeast Ohio. Our city hasn't had that feeling in a long, long time." Kevin, what a worthy goal.
Cleveland's last pro championship back in 1964, Doris. Thanks.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
Miller, no luck.
He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim. But too often, that's the story for him.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Sean Marion. LeBron, he's checked in for Mike Miller. And it's Waiters in for Kyrie Irving.
Mike Scott, a second-round pickup for the Hawks. He's gotten an opportunity with their injuries, just about doubled his minutes last season. A consistent offensive threat off the bench, and he's improved that three-point stroke as well.
He's off on the second. And for Scott, where he still needs to improve is on his defensive side.
Exactly, Kevin. A little more than a speed bump on the low block, and his rebounding numbers fell drastically last season. He's already 26 years of age. His upside, I still think it's there, but not as much as we thought initially.
The Hawks trail by 8. Teague can't hit. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Dellavedova. Rebound by the Hawks. Horford's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Millsap misses. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Offensive rebound.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's LeBron. Waiters gets a wide open look. Rebounded by the Hawks.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Here's Carroll. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. The Cavaliers leading by 18. The drive by James. Back to Waiters from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Waiters got his first 3 points of the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
And that one's good.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Here's Teague. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Cavaliers ball. The Cavaliers on offense. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Waiters no luck.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage. That's flat out embarrassing.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons, and while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Cleveland moving the ball around. The drive by LeBron. Here's Horford. But they recover it. Here's Korver. Atlanta again missing.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead. Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Here's T. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Here's LeBron. 21 points in the game. And Bergeron kicks to James. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Teague. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. And Waiters kicks to James. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. From the length of the floor. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Bergeron's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Al Horford saw last season come to an end after completely tearing his right pectoral muscle. This only 2 years after a similar injury to his left pectoral. And such a terrific player, you certainly hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Good.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
51 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Horford, the Hawks' longest tenured player, Clark, probably their best player when you take a look at their entire roster. They're a different team with him healthy.
No denying that, Kevin. And with the new front office revamping the roster, going for more financial flexibility, he's the talent they've chosen to build the team around.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Bergeron. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And Mike Miller subbed in for James. And it's Schroeder missing. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 20-4 run right now. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Marion. Miller's got 5 points so far.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Dion Waiters.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
"16 seconds left in the first half. No good from Irving. Here's Hontic. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. 7 seconds left in the first half. Irving for 3, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 12. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cleveland ahead, opening up a huge gap. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
It didn't take long to see what kind of game he was going to have today. He came out very aggressively and had a terrific first half.
You know, you look at his shot chart, it's all graped up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense. Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
No question. There's been some good and some bad from them in the first half, but they need to tighten things up here.
Here's Horford, and he gets it to go.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here's James outside. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, it looks like it's in his head right now. He looks tight. He's not producing, and his team's struggling as well.
Love can't hit. Here's Millsap. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Verjao can't hit.
And you wonder about that shot selection. I'm sure the coaches are not thrilled with that one.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Remains Cleveland ball.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. For the 3. And LeBron James with the 3. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc. All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Here's Teague. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark.
Well, last season viewed as a bit of a hiccup in Kyrie Irving's rise to greatness. His shooting percentages fell, but he actually improved his assist-to-turnover ratio. He's cut his turnover rate every season, as a matter of fact.
Here's LeBron. Verjao dishes to Love. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Atlanta now. Korver, no luck.
And for Irving, some have said he over-dribbles and tries to freelance too much offensively. They'd like to see him become more pass-oriented. Some of that really a function of personnel, but I think he can and will improve as a passer.
Outside Carroll, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Cleveland with the ball, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. LeBron passes to Waiters. The 3, and another miss by Cleveland. You talk about areas for Irving to improve, Clark. Defense certainly part of it.
Yeah, and with LeBron back, I think every player will be held to a higher standard defensively. No question. Kyrie, a player with a lot of responsibility offensively, but to be great, you got to do it at both ends.
James, once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Stolen by Waiters. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. And it's well off target. For Cleveland, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for James. Mike Miller's checked in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. There's 1:54 left in the third. It's Thompson off the drive. Leans from outside. Marion. Payne grabs the board. Out to Marion. From deep three-point range. Feeds to Love. From deep. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Heaves it up. Rebound by Dellavedova.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's in there. Love with the assist. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's Schroeder missing. Cleveland with the ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. And it's Sean Marion again missing. Here's Scott. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. Here's Schroeder. Can't get the heave to fall. Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for him. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score it. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar. Right, Steve?
Pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
Pero Antic, he's checked in for Atlanta. Miller outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Miller's got 8 points.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
And you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
And here's the fast break. Marion leading the way. Offensive rebound. Love. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. A beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
Well, Cleveland shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Marion is out there with Thomas. Then it's Miller. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Haywood in at center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Antic. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Payne with it. It's offline from half court. Now Cleveland moving it up. Thomas gets a wide open look. Rebound Atlanta. Heaves it up. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Miller with a wide open look. And another miss by Cleveland. The full court prayer. And there's the pass to Bazemore. Trains the three-pointer.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
There's Thomas with the three. And another miss by Cleveland. Antic. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Scott's checked in. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it's good.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Here's Marion. Off target from outside.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
John Jenkins checked in for Kent Bazemore.
John Jenkins.
There's Miller with the three. That drops. Miller's got 9 points here in the second half.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Got a piece of it. Here's Ontic. Atlanta gets it back.
Way to play the boards and come away with the offensive rebound.
Can't connect from long distance.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
And Marion gets it to go.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector. They got off to a nice start, a good start in the first half. But they've fallen off a bit here in the second half, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they just need to pick up the intensity a bit.
Well, Cleveland shooting 43% for the game. Miller outside, and he's good on the three ball. Miller's got 12 points in just the second half.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And Brendan Haywood is going to pick up the foul. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 15-5 run here. And it's Dellavedova missing. Here's Ontic. Doesn't get the full court heave to fall.
It just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
Here's Haywood. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Here's Schroeder. The half-court bomb falls off target. Well, Cleveland shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Here's Dellavedova. From deep. Haywood, no good. Here's Jenkins. And that's not even close. Thomas kicks to Mary. From deep three-point range. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Marion's got 6 points in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark seemed toying with them.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for James. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised. I'll tell you what, when he gets it going, this is exactly what can happen. They may have to double-team him.
Here's Ontic. It's hauled in by Thomas.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Malcolm Thomas. Payne, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kent Bazemore comes in for John Jenkins. And it's Schroeder missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Cavaliers shooting 43% from the field. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shot is blocked. Can't get the heave to fall. And so here's Cleveland. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Irving for three. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Here's Ontic. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Puts up a prayer. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and it's kind of unexplainable, and you try to go out there and you feel like there's nothing that you can't do. And hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, open up for the rest of us, too.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.